We continue with an illuminating troubleshooters follow-up. We've reported on towns and cities dramatically cutting energy costs by switching to LED bulbs for streetlights. So what about the state?
Chief Investigative Reporter Len Bestoff live in South Windsor with the answer. Len.
Well, Tara and Jerry, the problem for the state is this is not as simple as just switching out one of these lights to one of these lower energy LEDs. In most cases, what the state has to do is switch out the whole pole, the control box at the bottom, and also that foundation before it can really get this whole equation started. So the state is going to do this very gradually.
When it comes to switching thousands of lights on interstates and state roads to energy-saving LEDs, the state of Connecticut has struggled with it the same way Nilüfer Yesmin says she would if someone suggested changing out all the bulbs in her house.
I think the old one is better if it's working.
With just the fixture at the top of a streetlight costing $600, the Connecticut DOT has shared with the troubleshooters it has begun making the switch in phases, like this stretch of Route 8 in Seymour, the Putnam Bridge between Wethersfield and Glastonbury, and I-291.
You're certainly talking more than 10 years out before the entire state is converted.
The first reason the DOT will take more than a decade to switch out 30,000 streetlights, the upfront cost.
And we're talking tens and tens of millions. Dare I say, potentially you could approach the 100 million mark, something along those lines.
The biggest part of the expense is often replacing the pole, control box, and wiring on lights that have reached the end of their lifespans and have to be replaced anyway. Beyond that, DOT engineers must meet demanding federal highway standards when it comes to lighting. Doing it incorrectly could have fatal consequences.
Measurements, geometries, crash data, special roadway features. These are things that we're looking at.
For now, the DOT has targeted streetlights where simply switching to an LED fixture will not change how the road is lit. By the end of the year, the DOT estimates it will have 2,500 LED lights installed on our roads. Lisa Bartlett of Wallingford welcomes anything that lowers state expenses.
I do think it's a good investment because over time it is going to save a lot of money. You sometimes have to spend money to save money over time.
Now, right at this point, it costs the state about $3 million per year to power our lights on state roads with these bulbs. Switching over to these LEDs will cut that cost all the way in half over time. We're live with the NBC Connecticut Troubleshooters in South Windsor. I'm Len Bestoff.